Hi and Assalamualaikum to Ms. Rosada. Today I will present an article critique for a topic a key to dealing with setback and failure in negotiation. The article argues that many adults respond to failure defensively, and this direction blocks learning and growth. Instead of using mistakes to improve, people feel shame and try to protect themselves. Because of that, the article highlights the importance of psychological safety and reflective learning as key ways to overcome this barrier. My response is yes, I agree with this argument. I believe that separating failure from shame and creating a safe space to talk about mistakes is essential if one negotiators and managers to really learn from setbacks. In the rest of my presentation, I will justify why I support the article in the next scene. So now I'm going to tell you why I agree with the above article. The first justification is psychological safety. Psychological safety means a safe space where people can speak up, ask questions, or admit mistakes without fear of being judged or punished. Admin since 1999 explained that when psychological safety is high, people feel very brave enough to talk openly. And the article says also, adults often feel shame after failed negotiation, so they avoid talking about it. This shows low psychological safety. A supporting review by Newman 2017 also found that psychological safety increases learning, honesty, and speaking up. From my view, if a team doesn't feel safe, everyone will hide their negotiation failure. But when a manager reacts calmly and with curiosity, people feel free to share what went wrong, and that's when real learning starts. Okay, next is reflective learning. This means taking time to think back, analyze what happened, and improve for next time. Man 2019 reminds us that reflection helps professionals connect experience with better future decisions. The article also gives a good example. His child accept mistakes and move on, but adult feel shame and avoid reflection. Arthur Lee 2021 found that reflective writing helps people learn from mistakes and emotion, and Marshall 2019 adds that true reflection requires questioning our own assumption. For me, a failed negotiation is only useful when we actually reflect. If not, we will repeat the same mistake over and over. For the third point, supportive team culture. This means a work environment where mistakes are treated as normal and something to learn from, not something to shame. Van Dijk 2005 showed that error management culture improves performance. The article also mentioned says shame makes adults hide their negotiation failure. Bahadur Zada 2024 found that when people feel safe to speak up about the problems, it reduces burnout. Harvey 2019 also explained that a strong learning climate helps teams adapt and improve. From my own point of view, in a blaming culture, nobody will ever admit failed negotiations. In a supportive culture, mistakes become thin lessons and not personal weakness. Other than that, empathetic leadership. This means a leader who understands emotions, admit their own mistakes, and support others instead of judging. Koch 2019 found that empathy improves employee performance and satisfaction. The article says leaders should openly share their failures so others feel less ashamed. A systematic review by Mars 2025 shows empathic leadership improve well-being and relationship. Argot 2022 also says empathy builds trust and open communication. Personally, I believe when leaders show empathy, the whole team becomes more honest. People feel safe to talk about failed negotiation because the leader shows it's normal. And finally, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is simply the ability to understand and manage emotion, your own and even others. Joseph and Newman 2010 describe it as a set of emotional abilities. The article also says shame and defensiveness block learning after negotiation failure. Fatiha and Awad 2022 found emotional intelligence is linked to healthy coping, where people stay calm and think clearly. Traverso Semeta 2023 also showed that people with high emotional intelligence use positive strategies under stress. For me, emotional intelligence is the key to turning failure into learning. If you can manage your emotion, you won't run away from mistakes. You will face them and grow. First, psychological safety through workshop and training. Psychological safety workshops and training helps employees separate failure from self-worth and discuss mistakes safely. Organization can run simple workshops where staff learn that making a mistake does not mean they are bad or useless person. The focus is on treating failure as information, not as label on someone's identity. In this session, leaders can practice how to respond to error without shaming people. For example, by asking, what can we learn from this instead of who is to blame? Clear and consistent communication from management also builds trust and reduces fear of judgment. Over time, this kind of training helps create a workplace where people feel safer to speak up when something goes wrong. Second, promote informal team learning discussion. Promote informal team learning discussion, encourage open sharing of mistakes, will make team members feel safe to admit errors without fear of blames. Teams can have a short regular check-ins after project or negotiation to talk about what went well and what did not. These do not have to be formal meetings. Even 10 to 15 minutes is enough. The goal is to share mistakes openly, without punishment, and to turn them into a reference points for the future. When people hear that others also make errors, they feel less ashamed and more willing to learn. This support continuous improvement because the team build shared knowledge, resilience, and better strategies instead of repeating the same mistake. Third, model vulnerability. Model vulnerability where leaders openly admit their own mistakes and show openness. This signaling that learning is more important than perfections. When leaders are honest about their own failures, it sends a strong message that it is okay to be imperfect. This normalizes risk-taking and encourages team members to share and learn from their errors too. By modeling this kind of vulnerability, leaders create a supportive learning culture where mistakes are seen as teachable moments rather than final failures. This directly matches the article's ideas that removing shame from failures helps people grow stronger after setbacks instead of shutting down.